You know what's next. That world title is next. I'm going to fly to Brazil, and if they want, I'll eliminate Chad Mini Mendes and step in and give the fans what they want. Aldo versus McGregor.
Just want to talk about the UFC fight night, what happened last night. I really couldn't watch the whole event. Makes sense because, you know, it was Championship Sunday. Shout out to the Seahawks. Great comeback. And the Patriots. Oh, it's going to be a great Super Bowl. Who's going to win that one? Would it be Tom Brady and solidify himself as the greatest quarterback of all time? Or would the Seahawks win and solidify themselves as one of the greatest defenses to ever play the game? So, let's get into this. I want to talk about the co-main event and the main event. My man Cowboy Cerrone versus Ben Henderson. A lot of people say Ben Henderson was getting disrespected in this fight by like the media, how like he came out first in the weigh-ins and he was a former champ. He came out first in the weigh-ins because he's ranked lower. The lower ranked guy always come out first in the octagon and always weigh in first. He's ranked 5, Cowboy's ranked 3. But the fight itself, first round, it was standoffish. Ben was showing some new techniques. Basically what Joe Rogan was saying. He kept doing the oblique kick that John Jones just mastered. So he's working on that. That was okay. He did a lot. He didn't really do a lot of leg strikes in the first round. He didn't go for no takedowns or no wrestling. But it was a filling out process. I thought first round to me, if I had to, I ain't gonna lie, I would give it to Ben 10-9. Ben 10-9. Second round, to me, I thought Ben was more active. He was hitting more hits. Cowboy got a takedown, but again, I didn't think that takedown won that round to me. But it was still a good round, so I guess that was more debatable. But again, I would have went 10-9 Ben Henderson. Third round, I think Ben won that clearly. I think it's still a 10-9 round. But they lost by unanimous decision to Cowboy. Cowboy won the fight. And you can see Ben was really pissed off. And I was shocked too. I had the same face Ben had on, like, they just jerked my man Bill. But then Ben, jerked my man Ben. But to be honest, a lot of people saying, hey, didn't Ben jerk like Frankie Yeager? Like, so what happens? It's the fight game, baby. So we get into the main event. We have not Cowboy. We just talked about Cowboy. We have my man Conor McGregor. I've been with Conor. He came out to Biggie. Of course, he always come out to Biggie. You know what I mean? And versus Seaver. Dennis Seaver. When he did the whole face off, the touch glove, they just want to show Dennis didn't want to touch gloves. So my man McGregor like, then fuck you, nigga. Watching this fight, it was smooth. For McGregor, of course. His movement, ain't gonna lie, he always talks about his movement. He's a white belt and he feel like nobody else is even entered the class. So, but his movement is so unique. He was so calm, relaxed. Even when he fell, he got up, he would just relax. He was just no concerned. He stalked his opponent. He did a lot of spinning, like up kicks in the first round. Of course, he said it's going to be over in 2 minutes. I don't really care about predictions like that. But, of course, it went 2 rounds. So, he stopped throwing the spinning back, the spinning up kick and the spinning wheel kick. He stopped throwing that in the second round because the corner said, chill, he's too small. He's stacking it too easy. But, again, first round was smooth. Clearly won. That was a 10-8 to me. It was a 10-8 round for McGregor. Then, second round, it was a stoppage because the straight right or the straight left. I believe the straight right kept contacting him, kept hitting Dennis. He couldn't stop it. He did a couple of spinning body kicks. That was well. McGregor just looked as smooth. Like, I ain't gonna lie, looked smooth. You can see why the hype is there. And now he's going to fight Aldo. And that's what I want to talk about. Like, who will win with him and Aldo? And there's a fear that he's leapfrogging people because Frankie Edgar looked really disturbed on the post game and like, you know, really talking like, yeah, he got to give him his props, but because he feel like that's his title shot, and I can see why the UFC's going with this because this is money. You don't want McGregor to lose before he fights Aldo because it will be a bad look, and then he got to build himself back up. So I get why they're doing it. I'm not mad. I don't really order Aldo pay-per-views that much. I'm going to order this one based on Aldo's last pay-per-view and based on how McGregor movement is cool. Who I think is going to win, though? I don't think it's close. I think Aldo's going to win. I like McGregor. People say he hasn't been tested with a wrestler. I really don't care about that. It's going to be a stand-up fight. Aldo is not going to take him down. He's not trying to take him down. Them leg kicks is going to be ruthless if he contact with him. It might fuck up his movement, the movement that McGregor like relies heavily on. Just everything flows in one. He doesn't force anything. He flows just like water, you know. You know, Bruce Lee said with the water, you know, if you put water in the bottle, it becomes the bottle. Put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. So I think that's how McGregor fights. You know, he just flows. But again, Aldo is a different beast. He's pound for pound one of the best in the world. If he beats Aldo, there's going to be a rematch, and that might be in Dublin like he wants, because this one's going to be in Vegas. But I just don't see how he could beat Aldo. But I think it's going to be the biggest fight. I'm going to order the pay-per-view. I mean, I already order probably 5 pay-per-views a year because I follow certain champions. You know what I mean? John Jones, my man. Ronda Rousey. I don't follow Chris Weidman, but he fighting with Ronda Rousey, so I follow Chris Weidman. So there's a lot of stuff I do follow. I mean, a lot of champs I follow. I'm going to watch their pay-per-views. And I'm going to watch this Aldo, like, in May. And if McGregor win, I probably would follow McGregor. I like Aldo. I think Aldo's very confident. I heard his Q&A. Aldo believes he's going to make mad money off of this, and it's not going to be a hard task for him. A fight is a fight. You can lose to anybody, and McGregor's not no chump. He a real motherfucker, and he got the skill set, definitely with a striker, like to strike with anybody. But Aldo hasn't lost, and it's hard to say with somebody that hasn't lost. Aldo is the last Brazilian champ right now. And he's a scary guy to beat, man. He's a scary guy to face. So I just don't see how Conor can do it, but I want to see if Conor can do it. So that was my thoughts of the event and what's going to happen in after the next big fight for that division, Aldo versus McGregor. That was me, Link215. That was my mind frame. I would like you to leave a comment. You know what I mean? I'd like you to subscribe to the channel. You know, guess so. Matter of fuck that. Don't subscribe to the channel. Don't leave a comment. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? You want to leave a comment? Do that shit. You want to subscribe? Do that shit. It's your world. That was my mind frame.
You know what's next? That world title is next. I'm going to fly to Brazil, and if they want, I'll eliminate Chad Mini Mendes and step in and give the fans what they want. Aldo versus McGregor.